Just sort of jump out and then one GCD just kill you.
I'm not going to accept this summon until I've actually invited that mage.
But we're already in arena.
Quick, kill him, Steve.
Ha ha ha! No one can run away from a bear.
Except for a monk.
No, bears can climb as fast as they can run. Actually true. Also, if anyone doesn't have a flask, just trade me, I'll make you a flask.
I like the way you say flask.
What?
Again?
Wrongly?
Flask.
Again. Alright, maybe you have to say it at the end of a sentence so you can
Alright.
put an inflection on.
Just get some flasks.
That's the one.
There you go, no problem.
Would you like a separate chat room, or...?
I do think that Deadly Bear mods should probably just have, don't forget to have a flask warning every time you're in a fight and you don't have a flask.
Sounds good.
Spamming you with the recipe for each of the things.
I wish you could taunt the tigers before the fight started.
What, then kill them? Yeah, it'd be too easy.
Just rattle their cages or something and piss them off.
They're pretty deadly, I'm gonna be honest. Not really the kind of thing that we should be trying to do.
They're also fucking stupid and slow as all hell if they can't catch something that's on foot.
Well, they're ravenous, let's be fair.
Also, Gargad is like 5 times the size of us, why don't they just eat him?
He's spiky.
Oh! Morgok is watching us on Mythic.
Also Gramash, but he might be watching at all difficulties.
He isn't there on Ogron, and I know he's there on Ogron on Mythic. I don't think he's there on Heroic. I think he only shows up on Mythic.
Ah, right, you're right.
Because that chair wasn't there. Oh, is he? Okay.
I feel like there should be a 3-headed ogre next for expansion.
Yeah, but how will you deal with all the puns from the third head?
The third head doesn't do puns, it just spouts vulgarities
Yeah.
and
You kill
cool
the
jokes.
You kill the third head, and then 2 more heads pop out.
Wow. Are we fighting Hydra? Is the next major villain Red Skull?
It's going to be a Hydra ogre.
Ogre.
Yes.
An ogre and a hydra had a baby. Turns out that's a three-headed ogre. Oh god.
That could
Originally-
have ogre heads.
Originally it was just a one-headed ogre. And then it got killed by decapitation, and then two more heads popped up. I'm not sure that's true, Alu. Oh yeah!
That's a good point.
I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I believe we have been outmatched.
But which would be...
That looks impractical, because one of the two is like 6 times the size of the others.
To be fair, if Gnomes and Tauren can have babies, then it
This
makes
is
sense that
also
Ogres and
true.
Gron can have babies as well.
They're not born full size.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, jeez.
They get smaller as they get older.
Yeah, I remember that Star Trek episode. Was it a Voyager one?
It's Benjamin Button.
I mean, if you can compress an entire dragon in the shape of a tiny gnome and say tiny gnome, does it make the floor collapse under itself?
Yeah, but it's a wizard.
Well, so a wizard did it is the explanation. What, does Kroby just shove her excess mass into hammer space?
No, she's a time dragon. She puts it in a different dimension of time.
Ooh, Garrison Music Box.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Are they opening up
Well, this mage has wasted our time.
Oh, is he dead?
He made me wait until he got out of the arena, and then said he thought we'd ninja loot if it dropped.
What's his name? We can all send him hate mail.
No, that's if he wants to be a dick, he can.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to slash ignore
I'm
him,
not
I guess.
interested in everyone
So basically he's saying
spamming him.
I can't
I-
ninja loot if I'm
I'm
not.
very sorry that we've just waited 5 minutes for no reason, guys.
So what he's trying to say is I can't ninja loot if I'm in a guild group.
I guess
Yeah.
so. I don't know.
Give him...
Do you just tell
Absolute.
him?
It's the only way to be sure.
I don't see why he thinks guild runs are more likely to ninja loot.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me, but
Or the fact that he changed his mind over the 3-4 minutes we were waiting for him.
I don't
What a
know.
douche.
I don't know.
Was it a gnome?
I have. It's a good question.
Do
I
you
think
have-
it was a night elf.
Oh god. They're not real
Yeah.
mages. It was probably a druid.
Yeah, they're not real mages.
I thought they're allowed to be mages. Silly high elves.
With their mastery of all things arcane. Those bastards.
But I wouldn't call it mastery if you blow an entire fucking hole in a planet.
Exactly,
Instead of
nobody else
swirling
does
vortex. For
Pretty
the
good.
rest of
Ooh.
eternity.
Mage Tower buff, but they still haven't given mages the chance to port to your garrison. That's rubbish.
But you've got a Garrison Hearthstone, why would you need ability?
Yeah, this is a good point.
It has no cooldown, perhaps, maybe.
So what you're saying is if you could trade in your Garrison Hearthstone for the ability to port on a 20-minute cooldown, you'd be fine with it.
You've not been a mage before, have you? So you
Yeah?
I'll let that one slide.
I've been a mage. I've been plenty of mages.
If you've been a mage and you know how awesome portaling around the place is,
Exactly, that's why I always ask Rex
so quit trolling!
or Theramar. We all use our necklaces to get to Shadowmoon Valley anyway, don't we? So
Absolutely. In fact, I bet you've got yours equipped right now.
no. It's 19 shadow resistance. How could you really say no to it?
Oh, mage talent changes this time around are rubbish.
I don't know, I think the cooldown on the Nova abilities is warranted. They do mad damage when you
Oh,
use
I'm only
them on
seeing-
top of each other.
I'm only seeing 2 talent changes in mages. Where are you, mate?
There's talent changes and there's another set of changes that seem to be more related
Classes. I see, yeah. Oh, absolutely important one for fire. Fireball now replaces frost firebolts.
Yeah, the ignite
Did
bit
they
I'm
is
just
so
pretty
forget
cool.
glad.
that? They just forgot that, because that seems like something they should have done at launch. Like in their whole design philosophy, not having derpy skills everywhere.
Well, I always wondered why I had both, and there's a glyph to reduce the castle of frost firebolt, but it took the exact same as firebolt. There was just like no point.
Oh, what? You can pom Polly? That's ridiculous.
I think it's ridiculous that they took it away. No one's going to play Arcane in Arena anyway.
Oh, it's for raid bosses when you can polymorph
Oh yeah,
things.
of course. Naturally.
Oh, is it like? How hard is it to find a bloody DPS?
I don't know. Really hard, apparently.
I'm
There's
just
loads
asking
of them in the
people on
raid
my friends
already.
list.
You're right, there are a few in the raid already. Maybe we
Too
should...
many.
And also, don't forget it's a Saturday night, so it's like people are raiding on Saturday nights generally. So
Maybe.
Well, people are drinking on Saturday nights. And every time we die, we do a shot, right?
So,
Yeah, I don't get people leaving when it's not even us fucking up. It's when like, the boss is being a dick. What else are you gonna find?
Maybe they didn't approve of no mages.
Some this guild group is bad, the boss just bugs and they can't deal with it. It's like, yeah. We've had this on Heroic as well, where he just decides to kill all the melee.
yeah, that's true.
If he's nearly at a flame pillar, no, I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah.
So I've just been asking some rangers on my list, and they're either in a guild run or probably not geared enough. I've got a hunter, but apparently it's 634, so
That's
Say
too
what
low,
you
they
want.
need like 650.
All my friends are hard, sorry.
stop hoarding your friends. Share.
Ah, it's a pun.
Your face is a pun.
So I was gonna go with stop trying to sell them as sex slaves, but
Sorry, the hunter's saying his damage is generally about 20k. So, yeah, he knows he's not really geared for mythic.
It's a little bit too low, yeah.
Good job I'm not playing a fire mage. Oh. I want to play fire mage. Why can't I play fire mage?
Hey, I want to play marks. I have to be survival.
No, I want to be a bear.
I hate marksmen.
I adore marksman.
The stupid sniper training on all these movement fights is really
You
annoying.
have to run focusing shot on survival, so that doesn't make a single shred of difference. You have to stand still to cast anyway, so...
Yeah, I know. I just hate it. There's so
I
much
have-
movement on all these fights that it's just like I'm constantly watching the little tick timing.
The worst thing with it, the worst thing about that is that that's a survival mastery from Kata. They thought it was retarded, they removed it,
Yeah.
now they brought it back on marks. It is
Yeah.
stupid.
But it's a fun mechanic, right, guys? Right?
It's interesting to manage, I wouldn't call
It's
it stupid.
a thing to manage. That's exactly what you
Wait,
said is
the-
exactly right. I hate managing these
They-
things
they-
in combat all the time.
I wish they left in steady focus as it was in Kata. Like, here's a double stack thing, it gives you attack speed and focus region instead of, like, new steady focus. That is absolute garbage. Unless you can keep it up perfectly. Like, focus region, yay.
He said keep it up.
To be honest, I'm just wondering, and I'll probably get shot down, but as we are trying to learn the fight, should we just 19 or 20 it?
Tempting.
I mean,
I'd
obviously we
like,
want to
I'd
try
like
and
to
get it
kill
down,
it,
but
obviously.
yeah,
There's not much learning to do anyway. It's
okay.
I think now we've seen it, there isn't, yeah.
I think
It's
it
like-
would be...
Can you do heroic? Yes. Can you kite Kargat into the fire? Yes, you also have to do that to a tiger. Can you go upstairs? Yes, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Can you avoid fire? Yes. Well, okay, you can do
Upstairs
mythic
is,
Kargath.
The bombs hurt enough that you can't get hit by any of them.
Oh no, the bombs one-shot me on heroic, so I
That's
can't stand in those anyway.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Me and Vicky have been like one-shot by those because we were standing on a pile of corpses. It's like, oh, we died. Oops.
So, Melee have started whispering me now. I'm not sure why. Very definitely asked for ranged.
Well, I know we're a bit melee heavy, but don't we just really want to get in there and kill him?
Thanks, Steve.
No problem. To be fair, my range damage is pretty high because I can just fairy fire things, spam, and then run into melee and hit it.
Oh, you're the best.
If only I
Heal
could sell
myself as
Raptor Strike to boss. Or wing clip him. It's been ages since I've used those abilities, I don't even know why I still remember them.
Hey,
And even then you rarely use the bloody things.
yeah, there was the quest where you had to use them.
Hmm.
I'm trying to... I'm launching a photography site soon, and I'm trying to put some words together for it. And I'm really no good at the schmaltzy stuff, but you kind of want to be schmaltzy when you...
What have you got so far?
I'm not in a position to make myself look that bad while Herf's recording, so I'm gonna just not say it.
Okay, so link me to the site and then I'll read it out.
Oh, it's not up yet. It's
Okay, just-
still whip.
What have you got so far?
Nope.
What kind of text is it?
I went with
Come on.
Arial.
That's
Font
not...
16.
Yep.
I folded in italics some areas.
You've got
No, not really. I wouldn't do that.
you've got your first mistake already. Okay, use Comic Sans. Okay, it's punchy, it's edgy. There's so many edges to it that people can't read it correctly. It's just fantastic.
Don't joke about Comic Sans. My dad's in the military, and they got a manual about dealing with landmines. It was completely printed in Comic Sans.
It was because Comic Sans is rounded, and landmines are generally round. It makes sense
It
if you
was
think about it.
so dumb. It's like, this is literally life-saving information. Why is this entire thing printed in Comic Sans? Which fucking retard was in charge of this?
Okay,
Like,
so
it had word art in it. It's like, what?
I love the idea of someone searching
If you
word
hear
art
the
for a
bomb
landmine
ticking-
exploding.
If you hear the landmine ticking, it's like, look, word art picture of a clock. That'd be so.
So how about this? My name is Craig.
Yeah.
Pretty good so far, I'm going to be honest. I probably wouldn't
I'm
hire
down
you
for
I'd
just for that.
hire you, yeah, definitely.
My name is Craig. Surname, last name. Middle name. I do photos.
Oh, you obviously studied marketing at uni. I'm impressed.
I do photos. Also editing if ugly. Can add pyramids in background to make it seem like you're in Geyser. PayPal only. Now, I'm not saying you're going to double the people that come and pay you to take photographs of them whilst naked, but you might triple it.
I'm interested in where you learned all this epic level marketing.
I'm actually on your website right now.
We're scrolling battle text. It's a combat text mod.
Yeah.
Makes it less spammy because you can set damage threshold and like shrink everything that's not a crit.
Craig, could you do me a favour? Take a couple of steps to the right and mass res me.
What have you done?
What did you do?
Damn it, Craig!
I failed.
Sorry guys, nothing to see here, move along.
Where even is your corpse?
Hey, sick. Welcome
Did
to
you-
the fun bus.
Did you fall into the hole for the lift?
No, I was flying here from Talari Station and at the last moment realised, hold on, I'm meant to be stood at that summon stone, not flying into the entrance. Completely fucked up my landing and hit a wall.
Good job.
Nice.
So it's like a dove hitting a windshield or something.
When does that update patch thing come live anyway?
6.1.
Yeah.
6.1.
Not for 6.1 is not for a few months, I think.
It's after
Oh
Rock.
crap! I thought it was closer. Than that.
After a big majority of the guilds have done Mythic, probably.
But
Like
Black
you'll
Rocks.
you'll have a full, you'll have BlackRock cleared by like 50-60 guilds on Mythic before they dump 6.1 on us.
No,
No.
it's not Aventic.
No, they're not. They're not linked. You'd think they were, but they're not.
That
Yeah.
6.0 is BlackRock, and Highmall 6.1 is after. So I'm gonna say 50-60ish guilds at least have a full clear on Mythic, maybe a bit more.
If you guys don't get me ahead of the curve before BlackRock Foundry, I'm gonna cry.
We won't
want
get you
to
ahead of
see-
the curve.
You
'cause-
don't want to see him don't cry.
Craig.
We won't get you ahead of the curve before BlackRock Foundry because BlackRock Foundry releases next week.
Maybe I do want to see
What?
a gnome cry.
I think.
Craig,
because
we're
that's
not
this
going to get
Thursday,
ahead of the
isn't it?
curve.
Here we are on this Thursday.
No, I won't be there next Thursday.
Oh!
Oh,
Right,
you can
this
still...
is-
Ahead of the curve only disappears like at the end of the tier, Craig.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not my
I thought
understanding,
BlackRock
Craig.
Foundry was...
No, BlackRock is in the same tier. It's like,
Well, so
Rubbish
what are we
and
getting on
Vaults.
Thursday?
It's like
like-
Ulduar and Trial of the Crusader.
Yep. It's the same tier like Mobish and Vaults, Terrace and Heart of Firber.
Although, please don't compare BlackRock Foundry to Trial of the Crusader.
Trial of the Crusader was awesome.
No, it was not. It
Oh my
was-
god, no wait. Trial of the Crusader is high mall. There was twins. Oh my god, it's Sunwell Plateau as well.
I totally got kicked from a Trial of the Crusader. All I did was put water walking on everyone before the floor went out. I don't know why they felt that was kick-worthy.
You monster.
I think there's a twins fight in Foundry as well.
Oh shit.
Yes, there
Twins,
is twin consorts, I think. The Iron Maidens, sorry. Iron
There's
Maidens.
triplets, isn't it?
Ours and Iron Maiden's like 7 or something.
Demo's really good. I've had loads of like hunters and mages with item level 634 whisper me. It's like- I don't know what they think mythic means.
I've got a paladin that's 636.
Oh well, let's just bring it.
Yeah,
Come on,
go
let's
on.
go.
I'll lock up this bear.
Oh.
But yeah, Trial of the Crusader was probably my favourite time in WoW.
Oh. Oh.
And
Did
anyone
you come in
that,
halfway through or something?
No, I
Because
came
that
in.
gated release was rubbish.
Alright, I'm going to get a melee DPS in instead because this is taking far too long and I'm sorry that we've
It's no problem.
spent this long looking for one DPS. It's ridiculous.
You don't have to apologise. This comes with the territory.
You'd have thought that Craig would have been able to mirror image at least, but apparently
also anyone that doesn't get that achievement title reference needs to be shot, rezzed and shot again
because they'll be
from a
dead.
few times.
Okay, you can. Okay, who wants to take a shot at me then?
Be quick or be dead. I know that. Why do I know that?
It's an achievement.
Yeah, I know that, but I read it in a film recently and I can't remember why.
No, Craig, you're overthinking it. It's an achievement in WoW.
I think there's something like musical illiteracy, and it's like affecting some of the people in the raid.
Oh, it's that movie with
So I
Danny DeVito.
allow melee and a hunter applies.
Sorry, we're only accepting melee.
Yes. Sorry, you're not a warrior. What is this?
We have cracked the code.
I should have asked for, I don't know, a sub rogue or something. Really exotic. need to stack those sub rogues. Okay. I've seen a few really good rogues recently, actually. It's nice after they were like, no one was touching them
Shite.
at the beginning of the expansion.
It was so sad the state rogues were in when the expansion launched.
They were doing better than shamans. Craig. No more flask for you.
No!
Click
Is
on
that
your flask.
familiar? That's a cool.
Sigma entered channel.
No more LCS for me. Sad.
We just have it open. Wait, it was LCS tonight?
Yeah, NA.
No.
It's quite good match though, TSM vs Cloud9.
I've got LCK VOD open, so...
So, just recapping, we're not going to try and tank the Berserker rushes if they're just going to bug out and kill us. We're just going to pull him into a conveniently placed fiery pillar.
We can ice block at least the first time though, right? If we're mages.
No, because he just has been killing people.
Oh, I thought the ice block worked. It's only when the
ice block was fine, but then you would have died when you came out of the ice block.
Yeah.
So, so let's not do that.
But unless we can tank him for the full duration.
I mean, if you no, just pull him into a pillar, please. Let's not try and get too exotic with it.
It's 20 seconds, hiking immunity for 10, but then we'd need another 10 to cover, which is very hard.
Same chain gang as before. Myself, Nimlothian, Loshak, and Nathrasa, with whichever tank is going up first. I guess it'll be Jers, won't it?
Yeah, well.
Cool.
Can we...
I'll put them in a group. Sorry, Nath.
They already are in
They are in a
group
group.
two. The monk isn't the tank. Though.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll switch him. Why not?
So because the stacking of melee was a bit loose and scraggy, can we get a mark on one of yours? Or just agree to clump up on someone that isn't Craig?
That makes a change. People are normally trying to dive onto my
Clump up on Craig, you say? No. Let's put one on someone who's going to be downstairs the whole time. A Ventix will do.